What is up, everyone? It's Simon, and I am excited because today we are starting a brand new series where I am helping you guys understand how I work with nonprofits and NGOs from before I'm even in contact with an organization all the way through post-production. We're going to start off with 3 ways that you can find organizations and then get your foot in the door with them so you guys can both get maximum benefit from doing a project together. Let's get into it right now. I want to start off with saying if this is a topic that really interests you, be sure to hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell so that you get notified every time that I upload. You don't want to miss a thing because I'm really going to try and lay out some of the different things that I use in my workflow working with these organizations. There are 3 ways that I have found organizations that I have partnered with, and it's something that every project is slightly different, so there's no right or wrong way to go about this. Now, those 3 ways are location, cause, and relationship. Now, I'll break these down and then I'm going to dig into them a little bit more. Location, it's quite simple. When I lived in Utica, New York, I was doing a lot of local work, and so I was looking around that area. Cause, think about things that impact you emotionally. Are you all about wildlife? Are you all about helping your local community? Are you about helping people with disabilities? Those kinds of things are causes, and we're going to dig into that one in a little bit. And the last one is relationship. You know people. You have friends that work with different companies, organizations. They may be able to help you get into an organization, and we're just going to dig into that one last, but yeah. So let's get into the first one, and that's going to be by location. So it's really not that hard to look in your local community. If you are in the process of moving, you may want to look at a new location. I recently did that and was starting to reach out to some organizations in the Philadelphia area, but I also knew that I wanted to be there so I could meet people face to face once I started that contact. So I'm going to use what I did when I was living in Utica and running a production company as my main example for this. So what I did was I would be looking at multiple resources. Google is a huge one. You can Google nonprofits and look on Google Maps. Google Maps is a very underrated and underutilized tool in many respects, in my opinion. It's so nice to find things in your geographic area or in a specific geographic area. And that's, again, how I've done a lot of research. So you could search nonprofits in your area, super easy, and then start to find different things. And then that can even go into number 2, where you look in your area and then find a cause that you're also all about. So another resource that you can use is actually called GuideStar. GuideStar is a fantastic resource that allows you to research nonprofits in multiple different ways. The ability to do free searches on the website is actually huge. So I'm going to go in right here, and I'm just going to show you guys this quick so that way you can see it. I'm just going to type in Utica, New York. Boom. Quick search, and that literally brings up every nonprofit in the Utica area. Then I can also sort by org name or gross receipts, so you can kind of see how a business is doing to gauge whether or not they're going to be able to really do some sort of marketing campaign, that kind of thing. You can also kind of tell just by paying attention to your local news, Facebook pages. People are going to be talking about stuff that's going on with these organizations. That is an easy way to find people in your local community or at a specific location. Now on to the second one, cause. Now, one of those things that's huge for me is I've done a lot of work in the clean water space. I've done everything from documenting hand dug wells, I've done drilled wells work, I've done irrigation systems of multiple kinds. You name it, I've kind of been a part of it. So clean water is definitely something that's impacted me, and it's a cause that I love to be able to support. Now, that does not mean that I'm always going to do it, but again, it's something where I can research organizations that are working in that space, and because of the fact that I have knowledge in the space, I'm able to help them much more easily because they don't have to bring me up to speed on the basics of what they are doing. That's where research comes in really handy. Knowing as much as possible about a cause before you actually contact them is huge. because that way, once you start talking with them, you are already showing yourself as an expert, not only in production, but also in their field, because that way they don't have to teach you as much about the basics of what's going on. There's definitely going to be things that you're going to learn and need to ask questions about, which is huge, but they're not going to have to teach you the basics of exactly what they are doing as an organization, which will save a lot of time in pre-production and post-production. One tip I have when you've done your research and you found a cause that you want to do is actually follow a company on social media. And don't just follow the company, look for the people who are in the marketing department in that company and start to interact with those people on social media platforms. It's so easy to actually have interaction. And I'm not talking just liking photos on Instagram. I'm talking meaningful comments that add value to them. So that way when you go to contact them about doing a project, they already have an understanding of who you are and the fact that you are knowledgeable about the topic or the cause that they are working in that space. Whether it is water or homelessness or food scarcity or water scarcity or you name it. There's so many different things out there that you can help people. And it's one of those situations where you knowing more, again, knowing more helps you be able to get your foot in the door. The last one is relationship. Look inside your friend group. I'm sure you've got friends that work for various nonprofits, again, in your community. I myself have gotten a lot of friends in the space of working in remote countries with NGOs because I've been doing this type of work since 2007. That's basically a third of my life that I have been traveling to developing countries doing things like clean water, health and wellness, you name it, in various aspects from construction all the way through my documenting and media content creation that I do today. And so I am able to tap these resources when I'm ready to do a project or when I have questions about a specific topic that I can get pointed in the right direction or find an organization that fits the realm I'm trying to work in. A perfect example of this is my upcoming project in Ethiopia. It's an organization that's actually affiliated with the nonprofit in North Carolina that I've partnered with to allow donors to be able to do tax-deductible donations for the work I'm doing overseas, not necessarily specific to an organization, but I'm able to continue my efforts because people are helping back what I'm doing, and having a partnership like that has been huge. Now that relationship turned into, hey, I'm looking to do another project. Here's kind of the realm I'm going to. Do you guys know anyone? And they were like, yep, we've got one. And it's actually an organization that one of the employees of the organization in North Carolina is on the board of. So it's awesome to be able to use those relationships to be able to go forward and do more work. That's really the avenue that I've leveraged the most. Again, because I have been doing this for a long time in compared to my life, I am able to tap those resources and get a lot of connections where I'm able to do more projects. That's all I've got on this one. I hope you guys got something great out of it. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and stay tuned for the next one. Leave a comment down below what you guys got out of it. I would love to hear any other tips you guys might have in finding new clients, finding nonprofits, that kind of thing. There's a lot of good stuff out there, and I really can't wait to talk to you guys. Have a great week. I'll see you guys next time.